Okay, let's begin. Now, we were doing the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan chapter in science. I'll just share the screen with you. Okay, how is Emma doing now? Hope your health is better, Emma.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Now, we talked about the goal of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. We finished with 21.4. Okay, hope you can hear me now. Yes, some of the Yes, some of the questions from the third part was left. We will do that. Okay, explain two methods of garbage disposal. We talked about this. Okay, from B to F we will do. From B to F we will do. What is sewerage? Can one of you tell me what is sewerage?
Ma'am, storage is the thing that goes in drains. It's like the waste.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that is right. It is the waste. Okay, it can be human or animal waste. Okay, that goes through the drains. Okay, that thing is exactly sewerage. Now, how compost manure is prepared, I will give you this to write. Okay, the C question. Okay, fourth question. Name any two items produced by sewerage treatment.
Mud or
Mud,
soil.
soil. Okay,
Ma'am,
mud or soil?
sludge is
Sludge.
like a
Yes, sludge is one item. Okay, Abraham, we don't exactly have mud or soil, but that mud or soil is called sludge.
water.
Water.
Ma'am,
Okay,
clean water because it after getting treated.
water. No, not clean water.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
clean water. is like that is a different thing. Okay, that is when we treat the water, okay, used water from our bathrooms and kitchen and all that. When we take that water and treat it, that time we get clean water. Okay. Moreover, we have one more thing, sewerage treatment, right? There was one gas also that I'm thinking we got. Biogas, yes, biogas.
Methane.
We also get biogas by sewage treatment, which can be used as a fuel. Okay, we also get biogas, which can be used as a fuel. Now, where and why is the water of sewerage plant sent? Methane. Okay, I think methane also. Where and why is the water of sewerage plant sent?
Ma'am, this like seas or like rivers, lakes.
Rivers, lakes. Um, it can be sent to rivers and lakes. Okay, it is sent to the rivers and lakes. Yes. Why is it sent to rivers and lakes? Because the water is clean now, it is treated, it is like also microorganisms are increased in it, okay, which like eat up the unwanted items and make it clean, okay. Then they settle the microorganisms, they suspend the microorganisms down and then take the water that is on the top, okay. So they then release it in the ocean, river, and land after treatment. Okay, this is the chemical treatment. We have the chemical, biological, physical treatment of um, this sewage. Okay, if
Um, the Swachh Bharat mission uh, was to keep to make India clean, free of uh, yeah, clean and free. I think its main mission is to like improve cleanliness, hygiene, and sanitary, like our cities and villages.
are you able to hear me?
What, ma'am?
Are you able to hear me? That
Yes,
device
ma'am.
is facing a network problem, so we will do from here. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, so I was telling you that if the question comes, explain the physical Explain how sewerage is treated in physical, chemical, and biological way. Okay. Or by physical, chemical, and biological means. How do you do that? 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 So the biological is where they collect the big garbage, okay, big size items, okay, and all. Then that is physical, okay. Biological is use of microorganisms, okay, using microorganisms. And chemical is using chemicals to remove bacteria, okay. Physical means they use remove big waste manually, big waste manually, okay. Biological use microorganisms to eat up the unwanted items. Unwanted items. And chemical use of chemicals to use of chemicals to remove bacteria. Remove bacteria. So these are the three ways in which sewerage is treated.
But rather than like physically removing the big waste, why don't they just keep, like those nets and stuff which only let water pass through? So that
Yes,
that
ma'am. Yes, Amma, they do that with the net and stuff. That is physical. Okay. Using the net and stuff is physical. Okay. When they use the net and pull it and take it out and like that, that thing is physical only, manual. Okay. Yes. Now, okay, I want you to do C1, how compost manure is prepared. Okay. And F1 in writing. Okay. These are two important questions. I want you to do it in writing. First, how compost manure is prepared, and then what is the purpose of Swachh Bharat mission and what are its measures?
Ma'am, can we do this for homework?
Can we do this as homework? You can do the C1 right now and F1 as homework. Okay. You can do C1 in class and F1 for homework.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Abraham.
Ma'am, my sister is waiting for her class. It's Sakshi ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother wanted to know whether Sakshi ma'am is unwell because she's not answering any of the calls.
When is the class with Sakshi ma'am?
Ma'am, now 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay. Let me text her. Okay. And see. Yeah, I think she's not online.
Ma'am, but she's not unwell, right?
Yeah, she's not online.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Do you want me to call her and check?
Ma'am, please, ma'am. My mother called her, but she was not answering.
Okay, give me a minute.
Wait, ma'am. I think she joined, ma'am. Thank you.
You joined? Okay.
No, ma'am. Sorry, she never joined. Can you please call her?
Yeah. Please joining Abraham, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Done writing?
I don't know. Another last line.
Okay. And Abraham? Done writing.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Last time I took your test of the 10th chapter heat. Okay. And I'm thinking to keep a test this Friday of the 11th chapter, nutrition in living beings and plants. Okay. It's
What day, ma'am?
no, not today. Friday. This
What
week
day?
Friday.
Friday.
Yes,
Okay.
Friday. Okay. Let's check it out. It's an easy chapter. Okay. You have photosynthesis, then you have methods of nourishment, herbivore, carnivore, omnivore,
Yes, please
parasite.
give me a minute.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. It's an easy chapter. Human digestion is there. Okay. And it is in detail, and that's it. This Friday sounds okay? Both of you? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Done writing.
Done writing. Okay. Hello, Joshua. Good morning.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Joshua, I recently changed the class timing. Okay. So our maths class now starts at 8:30 to 9 a.m. 9:10 a.m. Sorry. 8:30 to 9:10 a.m. Okay. You can like take a break because I'll be giving a break to Abraham and Emma as well. Okay. Abraham, I was asking,
Yes,
Friday is good, right, for the 11th
Ma'am?
chapter test?
yes, ma'am. I just went and confirmed with my mom.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes,
Ma'am,
Joshua.
should you say something, ma'am?
Say again.
Should I leave, ma'am?
Should you leave? No. You can just stay on call. Okay. And then we'll begin with maths. Okay. You can just stay, Joshua. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Abraham and Emma, I was also asking that I'll be starting with revision now. Okay, in the upcoming classes, and also practice of writing answers. Okay, practice of writing answers, and we will do some diagrams practice. We can do Abraham, okay, left mistakenly maybe. So I'll be taking the hard chapters first. Okay, I'll be taking the hard chapters first for revision. Okay, and Friday will be science test of 11th chapter. Okay, and I'm thinking next week Friday, maths test, one more test of the full ninth chapter, simple interest and compound interest. Okay, that will be next week Friday. So you have this week and next week full to prepare. Okay, I'll post this all in the group today. And y'all can go have a 5-6 minute break. Okay, and then we will begin with math class. Okay, let's begin. Today we will start a new chapter in maths, okay? That is circles. Okay. In the previous classes, we finished with the lesson quadrilaterals. Okay. We finished with the chapter quadrilaterals and we will start with circles today. Okay. Now, one second. Abraham is not able to join.
No, ma'am, he's not joined.
He has joined. He's not joined. Yeah. I think it's some network issue. Okay. Now we all know what a circle is. Okay. We all know what a circle is. Okay. If we the book has given one example. Okay. The book has given one example that there is a point. Okay. There is a point, and at this point a cow is tied. Okay. At this point, one second. A cow is tied here, like with this is actually a pole. Okay, this is actually a pole, and here the cow is tied. Here your cow is tied. Okay, and if it moves to graze, okay, in this direction, if it moves to graze from here, here, okay, it moves to graze and then comes back to its original position, okay, comes back to its original position. What it forms is known as a circle, okay. What it forms, or the region that it covers, is known as a circle. Okay, this is an example from your book. Okay, if a cow is tied and with a rope and it is straight, okay, it is straight, and then it moves like this from the place where it started and comes back to the place where it started. It the region that it covers is known as a circle. Okay, is known as a circle. I will give you a definition also.
Ma'am, but if it even goes inside a bit, or like, takes a little, this, then it will not be something.
If the rope is not straight, then it is not possible. Okay.
And even the dot in the middle is basically a circle.
Yeah, the dot in the middle is basically a circle. You can say that. Okay. So I'll give you the definition of a circle.
Should we write the definition?
Yes.
Okay.
You can write down the definition. Now, a circle is a two-dimensional closed shape. A circle is a two-dimensional closed shape where all points on the boundary are an equal distance from a central are an equal distance
Ma'am, sorry, I left. My tablet lost battery.
okay. It's okay, Abraham. From a central fixed point. A central fixed point. Okay. Now, what's the meaning of all this? That two-dimensional closed shape where all points on the boundary are an equal distance from the central fixed point. Closed two-dimensional shape. Okay. And it has a central point. It has a fixed central point. What is that central point? At the center. Okay. The center point. Now, all the points that are on the boundary of this circle, okay, all the points or any point that is on the boundary of the circle, okay, the distance between these points and this point, the center, okay, is the same. Okay, the distance between these points that are on the boundary and the center point is the same. This is what it means when it says that all points on the boundary are an equal distance from a central fixed point. Okay, understood. This is the property of a circle, that from the center, okay, to any point on its outside boundary, that is circumference, the distance is equal. You put from anywhere, the distance is equal. Okay. I'll write this definition and then we will move on to parts of a circle.
Done, ma'am.
Done. Okay. Abraham and Joshua, please write.
Ma'am, I'm done, ma'am.
Done. Okay.
Should we make diagram, ma'am?
You can make diagram, or
Okay,
you can
ma'am.
make it ahead also. Don't make right now. Okay. But when I'll give you radius definition, that time you can make.
Okay, ma'am.
Done. Okay. Okay. Now the boundary, like I was telling you, okay, the boundary of a circle. Say I'm making a circle. Okay. The boundary means that the black line that you can see in this circle, okay, is your circumference. Is your circumference. Okay. If 1 second. Okay, so the outer boundary is known as the circumference. Write it down. Measure Okay. The measure of the outer boundary of the circle is called the circumference. Okay. Now we will talk about radius. Okay. So
Ma'am,
yes, Joshua.
it says the measure of outer, ma'am.
Yes, outer boundary.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Now about the radius, we have a center point. Okay.
Please, perimeter.
It's perimeter. You're saying? Yes, Abraham. It's like perimeter. Okay. Perimeter is the same. The perimeter is also the outer boundary of any figure. Okay.
Ma'am, should we be drawing this diagram?
Yes. Now you need to draw a diagram. Okay. Now, from the center point, we will make a line that touches the boundary of the circle, that touches the outer boundary of the circle. This is known as the radius. Okay, this is known as the radius. So write down distance between the center of the circle distance between the center of the circle and any point on the circle and any point on the circle is called radius of the circle. Then
One second.
yeah. If like you can also do this, okay, because I'm going to tell you about a lot of parts of the circle. So you can draw a circle and rough, okay, you can draw a circle
Am
and
I
rough, yeah, and make like small diagrams. You can make small diagrams, and rough you can make and mark the part that I'm teaching. Okay. The next one that we will talk about is
One second. Yeah.
yeah. Joshua Abraham done till radius.
Last one.
Okay.
Done.
Now look at the diagram. Look on the screen. Now I will mark 2 points. I will mark 2 points on the circumference. Okay.
Ma'am, should we be drawing on each this circle line like a circle?
You can draw it on the same circle and label it, or you can make small circles for each. It's up to you, okay? you can make on the same circle but label them. Now I will join these points. Suppose I name them point A, point B. Okay, and join them. This is known as a chord. Okay. This is known as a chord. Write down the definition.
Ma'am, do we have to make a diagram for this circumference?
You can use the same circle if you've made a
Yes,
big
ma'am,
circle.
but then, how would we draw that?
Just mark any 2 points on a circle and make a line joining them. But don't pass it through the center. Okay, don't pass it through the center yet.
Isn't that the one you're doing right now?
Yes,
That's a chord, right?
it's a chord. A and B is a chord. Line segment joining 2 points on a circle. 2 points on a circle is called a chord of the circle. Okay, but a diameter is also a chord. Okay, the diameter is also a chord. What is the difference is that diameter is the biggest chord in the circle. Okay, diameter is the biggest chord in the circle. Now if you look at the diagram, okay, the circle diagram that I've made, if I make a chord like this, okay, or if I make a chord like this, okay, or even like this, okay, but the one that I make that passes through the center will be the longest chord. Okay, will be the longest chord in a circle. So that is your diameter. The longest chord in a circle that passes through the center, okay, is known as your diameter. And it divides the circle into 2 parts, 2 halves. Okay, 2 halves. Okay, after this we'll do diameter. Total chord.
One second,
Example.
ma'am, I'm just.
Yes, Emma?
I'm just finishing.
Okay. Example 80.
Done, ma'am.
Done? Okay. Is Abraham done?
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Emma done?
Mom, just let me write the last.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Now we will talk about diameter. Okay. I have my circle. In that I will mark my center point. Okay. I have my center point. Now your diameter is a chord, okay, that passes through this, through the center of a circle, that passes through the center of a circle like this.
So the diameter will always cut the circle in half.
Yes, it will always cut the circle in
The
half.
diameter is the
Biggest chord. Yes. Okay, or the longest chord of the circle. Okay, and it is double the length of radius. Okay, it is double the length of radius. Okay, you can mark these points. This is O point. Okay, you can mark this C and D. Okay, write down. If you take a look at OC, from O point to C point in the diagram, OC, it is a radius. Okay, and if you take a look at OD, it is also a radius. But OC and OD, when you join them, they both make the diameter. That is why the diameter is double of the radius. Okay, the diameter is double of the radius. Now write down a chord passing through the center of the circle is called the diameter. Is called the diameter. Okay. Make a star and write. Diameter is the longest chord of circle. Make one more star and write. Diameter is double of the radius. Therefore, write down the formula. Diameter is equals to 2 into R or 2R. Okay. Last star. Diameter divides the circle in two halves. Okay. Example CD.
Done.
Done. Okay. Abraham and Emma? Done. Okay. And Abraham?
Done, ma'am.
Good. All of you. Now, the next thing is a part of the circumference. Okay, a part of the circumference. What is that? Now, you can say it can be like part of the circle. Suppose this is my circle. Okay, 1 second. Suppose this is my circle. Okay, and I will take a part of it. Now, first I'll mark 2 points. Okay, here and here. Okay, now we are not joining them with a line. Okay, we are not joining them with a line, but this part only. What part? This part. This part itself.
So we're talking about the line of the circle itself.
Yes. Any part of the circumference. Any
Ma'am,
part.
any high or any can be any high or any low, or it's
Yes,
in the
yes.
middle.
Any high or any low. Any high or any low. Okay, it can be on the top part also, the bottom part also. But just a part of the circumference or part of the circles. Any part of the circle is known as an arc. Is known as an arc. Okay. For example, I will mark some points here. Okay. I'll mark one more point here, and I'll name them. A, B, and C. Okay. And I'll mark some more points in the circle. Mark some more points here. Like this. Okay. Okay, so this is point E and F. So if you see from A to C on this side, AEFC, AEFC means the top part is also an arc. Okay, the top part, that is AEFC, what is that? This one. Okay, this one. This AEFC from here to here. Okay, is also an arc, and ABC, that is the down one, the red one, is also an arc. Okay, because they are any part of the circle. Okay,
And
write
should we
down.
draw these parts also?
You can draw it. Okay, you can draw it. It's better if you draw it. Some part of the circle. is called its arc. Okay. Now I will write it. This one. This one is AEFC arc. AEFC arc. And this one is ABC arc. ABC arc. Okay, ABC arc. Again, this extra line that I have drawn is not the arc. Okay, what is the arc? What is the arc? The arc is this part of the circle, okay? This is your arc. Okay. Now, the arc is represented by, if you want to write an arc or the name of an arc. So my ABC and AEFC are both names of the arc. How do I write that? Look here on the screen. Okay, look here on the screen. It is represented by this symbol. Okay, I write ABC and then like this. Okay, you put an umbrella on it like this. Okay, and write AEFC, AEFC, and put an umbrella on it like this. This is how you represent an arc. This is the symbol for an arc. Okay, write the name. Okay, and put it in under an umbrella. Okay, ABC cover and AEFC cover, that is your symbol of an arc. Okay, your symbol of an arc. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Write this down and then we will move on to
Done.
done. Okay. Okay. Now, the next thing that we will talk about, I'm going to clear this, okay, and make a fresh diagram, okay. So make this diagram nicely, write it, okay, because I'm going to clear the screen.
Done, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Am I done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now look at the screen once again. I have my circle. Okay. I have my circle. And again, I have 2 points on the circle. Again, I have 2 points on the circle. Okay. If I join this, what is it called? Anyone? If I join this, what it is called?
Ma'am, that is a
Yeah, that is a
chord.
chord. Good. That is a chord. That is right. Okay. Now, suppose I mark these points. Suppose I mark these points A and B. Then what it will be called? From A to B? From A to B, what it will be called?
What?
An arc. Okay, an arc.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, like that. Like that. This we know. Now, what about the inside portion? What about the inside portion? That is the circle. Okay, that is the circle. So this inside portion that I'm highlighting with red, okay, is known as segment. Okay, is known as segment. Okay, and also, 1 second. Yes, it is called a segment. Write down. When a chord divides, when a chord divides the circular region into two parts, into two parts, each part is called a segment of the circle. Each part is called the segment of a circle. Okay. Now, ma'am, what about this part? Is it also called a segment? Is this part that I'm highlighting in green also called a segment? Yes, it is also called a segment. Okay. Both of these parts, that is this part and this part. Okay, the inside regions. This 1 second. This region and this region. Okay, both are called segments. Okay, but please remember they are made by a chord. They are made by a chord. You put one chord, okay, that is from one point of the circle to the other point. Okay, now this chord divides the circle into two parts, okay, and it will not be equal parts. Why? Because it is not a diameter, it is a chord. Okay, but even if a diameter divides it into two equal parts, then also these parts are known as what? Segments. Okay, segments. Make the diagram, write the definition and make the diagram also.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. And Abraham?
Done, ma'am.
Done. Okay. Now one more thing, last thing I will teach you today, and the rest we'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Or like it's almost time, but still, there is a circle. Okay, there is a circle. Now, what if, I'll mark the center point. Okay, I'll mark the center point first. I draw two radius. I will draw, what if I draw two radius from my circle like this? Okay, I draw two radius from my circle like this. Are they still called segments? Are they still called segments?
Yes, ma'am.
No, they are called sectors. Yes, they are called sectors. Okay, so even if I take this inside point,
Ma'am,
okay,
so if you make a quarter of the item, then it is be called a sector.
yeah, or this outside one also. Both of them are known as sectors. Write down the definition.
Ma'am, so even the other part is called a sector.
Yes, even the other part is called a sector because it is made up of two radii or two radius. Okay.
Okay.
When two radii divides the circular region into two parts, each part is called a sector. Each part is called a sector.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, Emma?
Ma'am, so if two radius divides the circle regions into two
Mhm.
parts, then it is called a sector. Also, but
Yeah.
also the diameter is also two
Mhm.
radius. So if a diameter is put, then the two parts would be called a sector or a segment.
If a diameter is put, the two parts are called a segment, Emma, because diameter is a chord,
Okay.
okay, and radius is not a chord. A
Okay.
diameter is a chord, okay, but radius, it starts from the center of the circle, so it is not a chord. That is why when we use two radius, that is a sector, okay, but when a diameter is used, which is also two radius, but diameter is actually a chord. So when diameter is used to divide a circle into two parts, those are called segments.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, those
Yeah.
are called segments. Finish writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Abraham, done? We will stop here for today.